Today is Easter in the garden. We made it through fall, we made it through winter. I've been blessed with a wonderful winter harvest. Now it's time to plant. And a garden is like Easter. It looks like it's lifeless out here. And then it will rise. Look how much we got growing down in here. Happy Easter. Sort of like an Easter egg hunt. Except for the believers, we know what this stands for. And here's a great example of risen. And flower where you root. We just looked at Swiss chard. We got our turnips. But we didn't know whether or not the seeds were viable. They've definitely risen. Got a nice stand of carrots coming up. And also a nice stand of lettuce. When we drop a few seeds in a container, we don't know what we're gonna get. Then it starts to grow. You know, I stumbled upon a deep mulch method because I didn't want to have to weed anymore, and I thought folks might be interested. But I'd never tell another adult how to garden or arrange flowers. This is just what I do. No matter where you live, you want to base everything you do in the garden off of your last frost date. Everything I'm doing in the garden will translate to your garden. Maybe a couple weeks one way or the other, but right now I'm done with the frost, I think. Last year we got hit way late in April with the frost, but typically Easter we're blessed with the last frost date. We should be good. If you've been following my story, you know we just come in here and layer a thick layer of mulch on the ground, and then to plant we just pull that mulch back down to bare soil. That kind of helps stir that mulch together. Then we plant like normal. And just look how beautiful that soil is. Just like that, we got a pretty good little patch of cabbage in. And if these are all the giant ones, this is going to be one filled up bed. You can definitely tell the difference between the garden that's been under mulch for a couple years and the stuff we put under mulch this fall. Still not as orange as it was when we laid it down. This will look like this in a year or so. Well, let's get some lettuce in the ground and then see if we have room for more of these cabbages. Now, whenever we're planting our established plants, we like to put mulch in around. I could use the mulch that was here, but since this is the newest part of the garden, and you can tell that by this orange soil, I went ahead and saved some wood chips. That way we have fresh mulch. When we leave the mulch we just moved out of the way to help build up the other soil. Just mulch back in around them. That'll hold that moisture. It'll help stop any weeds that want to come up in this new part. And a few minutes spent now saves hours in the future. Also saves a lot on your water bill. Even if you put a little pile in between each one of them, that won't hurt anything. Try not to push any heavy sticks and stuff up against the young foliage, especially like on lettuce. You don't want to be afraid to get it right up there next to them, otherwise you're going to have grass growing or something. It's very important if you open up a big area, you get back as much mulch as you can as quick as you can. Otherwise you will have weeds started growing there. This ground wants to stay covered. The thicker you can get it, the better you're going to be. Even if the soil's moist, it's a good idea to give your transplants a drink. Helps get rid of any air pockets you might have left. And on this Easter in the garden, there's a couple things you might want to remember. First is your last frost date. You want to plant right up around there. You don't want to get your young stuff out here and get it frozen. Second, John 3:16. And just like that, the garden is risen. When you come out in the garden and you see flowering where it roots, it all makes sense. Until next time, remember, take care of yourself, take care of your family, and God bless you. Come on, let's plant.
Let's go plant garden.